We're live at the Automated Technology Group Stadium, and the Bucks have won an incredible FA Trophy quarter-final here this afternoon against Solihull Moors by 2-1. And I have manager Gavin Cowan with me. Gavin, happy man?
Yeah, extremely. A win that I thought we were well worth the victory of, but obviously with it to happen in such dramatic fashion, it's I suppose even though you have to go through the mill, the rewards are greater. So yeah, we're very happy.
What did you, in terms of the performance, I get you must have been thrilled with the performance.
Yeah, I mean, what we're going up against is, in my opinion, arguably one of, if not the best team in the Conference National. Obviously, I know the club well, having been here as a player manager when we got promoted, and obviously you've got a manager like Tim Flowers. Like, for me, it's an absolute honour to go up against him. You know, someone who I'd watched as a kid in the Premier League, absolutely idolised him. So to go up against him today was a privilege. So to come out on top's almost like a dream, you know. But it's you know, just the players in general, I felt as though they knew what they were up against. We were very respectful of that, but wasn't very fearful. You know, today was a day where we could go and enjoy ourselves and just play with some freedom and some courage, which is what I expressed to the players, and they did that.
Sure. Quite a tense first half, and obviously you had a first half lead through Amari Morgan-Smith's goal. You must have been expecting Solihull to rally in the second half, and they did eventually, didn't they?
Yeah, you have to prepare for all sort of events, don't you? And we were well aware of what was going to come from the start, let alone, you know, then with us being 1-0 up. But yeah, it was always going to be difficult, wasn't it? You know, however the game was to go in scoring fashion, it was always going to be difficult. But we were unfortunate for them to get back into it at 1-0. It was a great goal by Jamie Osborne, and I always say he's their X factor. You know, he's phenomenal talent, and you know, and that's what they've got. That's what they've got, and that's what you expect from a team in that league, especially a team at the top. So yeah, it's just really rewarding to come out the back of it. You know, they did come out fast, but I felt we controlled the game well at times, and I felt stylistically we were set up to be really competitive today, and it worked out well.
Sure. I mean, that equaliser for Solihull came just moments after, I think, Darren Knight's headed a loose ball just wide of the post. Did you have any, you know, how did you feel at that moment?
Yeah, I felt as though we had numerous chances. You know, I thought we had all of the better chances. They had the odd one, of course, but you know, I thought we should have been well clear, really. On the 70-minute mark, you know, Shane's had a header. We've had a couple of shots. Great save by the keeper from Amari. Knightsy's one. You know, we had numerous chances that we should have scored from. But no, we wanted to do it in dramatic fashion, of course, and that's what happened. And but regardless, the result was the right one.
Sure. There were a few yellow cards in the game, and there was a late red card for Brendan Daniels as well. I suppose these things happen in the heat of a battle, don't they?
Well, I expect us to be a bit more professional than that. I think Brendan's been caught trying to, you know, mess about with the penalty spot or whatever it was. But I think I was saying at the time, you know, I just said to Phil, you know, don't anyone get sent off. We don't need anyone getting sent off. If it's going to go to 2-2, let's not preempt anything. Let's not cause ourselves any more problems. But yeah, unfortunately that happened. So Brendan's really disappointed. But you know, I thought he was brilliant when he came on, and he's shown a brilliant attitude all week. You know, he's a type of lad that wants to play every week, and he's not been in the last two since the Stockport game, and but his attitude has just been immense. So, you know, I think he just got caught out with a bit of gamesmanship, but it is what it is.
Sure. I mean, we talk about the penalty decision at the end and whether it was a penalty or not, but the fact is it was a penalty. Andy Wycherley saved it. Were you brave enough to watch when that was happening?
Yeah. To be honest, I find at those moments I become calmer than any other, really. And I just turned to Phil and I was very confident he'd save it. I just said, I think he'll save it. But it is what it is. You have to just have an acceptance, don't you? And I accepted that I felt as though he was going to save it, and he did. But again, you know, we do win in dramatic fashion, and Andy deserves all the credit. I thought he was brilliant throughout, let alone the penalty save, to be honest. But you know, we deserved the win. That was the big thing today. You know, it feels good because we deserved it.
Sure. It's been a terrific run. Don't want it to end here, obviously. Semi-final coming up, I don't suppose really. With it being two legs, there is not really any preference as to who you face, is there? It's a semi-final.
No, you have to play the cards you're dealt, don't you? And I think we've said that all the way along, and we just have to accept that that's the way it is. So, look, whoever we come up against at this stage of the competition, they're going to be a tough task, aren't they? And we've got to prepare for that. But there's a reason we've come this far in the competition as well. There's a lot of togetherness in our changing room, a lot of quality, a lot of battling qualities, and you know, the lads deserve a huge amount of credit. Okay,
and just one more mention for the fans today, who were your 12th man, weren't they? They were incredible.
Yeah, I've said it all season, haven't I? And it's you know, I spoke to Stuart Whitehead, one of my close friends, and he came back. I've got Darren Acton there giving me loads of jip back there. Stuart Whitehead is one of my close friends who come to watch the game today, and you know, he was just saying that, you know, you've brought the good times back. He remembers when we were players here, and that's that big season that we had. And you know, I called it, didn't I, at the start? You know, I think you've got to be brave and courageous to say certain things, and you've got to stick your neck out. It could have been very painful for me, couldn't it, if it had gone the other way? But I never really believed that had happened. And I think because I saw it as a player, I knew what this club's capable of, and I knew what we've got behind the scenes. And you know, all of those fans who have lost a little bit of faith seem to have come back. You know, the amount of people I've heard saying, you know, we haven't been down there for years, we're going to go and support them. Whereas we want that throughout. You know, when we're winning games and when perhaps we're having a bit of a sticky patch, they're the clubs that are always successful over the long period. You know, and that's what we want. We want everyone to stick with us through the good and bad, and to kick on, you know, for a long time to come.
Sure, and you want the Bucks head bouncing, not just for that semi-final, whoever it's against, but for the remaining league games as well.
If you want to come and be a part of it, you've got to come and be a part of the whole thing. You know, I say trust the process, don't I? Come and be a part of that process. Come and really buy into what we're doing. And you know, like I say, we're not going to win every week, but what you get with this team is you get absolute great attitude, application. You know, there is quality. You know, I feel like we do have a bit of a DNA. It is good football to watch at times, but you know, I think people have got to get behind that. You know, they've got to believe in the vision, and that's what I'm asking to do. And I've been fortunate enough that my staff and my players have believed in that vision, and they're the ones that deserve the credit. You know, I suppose I'm the captain of the ship, but you know, when you're steering a ship, you've got to have everyone on board with you, haven't you, on deck, and that's what I've got. Everyone's just pulling in the same direction, and then when you see the supporters like that, I mean, how can you not be proud? You know, I'm not particularly an emotional guy, but you know, I think it's the first time in a long time I've been quite choked up. But it was just amazing to watch, and I just want to say thank you on behalf of me and the players and the staff, and you know, the chairman's just been on the phone there saying how proud he is, and you know, but again, you know, like I said, when we played Stockport, you know, it wasn't a great day, and we went home, and I wanted the players to really be hurting. But the next day you have to get up and go again. And it's the same now. We'll enjoy this tonight, and the players will get a little bit of downtime now, which is great. But you know, tomorrow morning I'll wake up and I'll be getting ready for Boston away, because we've come this far. We want to make it count.
Okay, Gavin, congratulations. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Cheers, Rich.
Thanks so much indeed. Cheers.